Hello and welcome back to Python 2020. Today in this video we are going to cover few important topics about SQL and pandas. So in today's video we will insert bulk data from Excel to SQL Server table, okay? And we will do that using pandas data frame. And then I will show you how to execute a SQL query using SQL Alchemy engine in Python. Okay, so let's start. Here I am using PyCharm, but you can use any IDE. You can write same code into Jupyter Notebook as well. Okay, so this is my virtual environment which is already created. So if you are not aware of virtual environment and how to create virtual environment, there is video number 95 on my YouTube channel. Please go and watch that video. So I will add a new file into the same project. You have to click on this pandas folder or whatever folder you have created in your project and new file. Bulk insert to SQL Server. All right, let me minimize this. Go back to this file. Let me show you which are the required libraries to perform these actions. So we have to install SQL Alchemy and I will be using 1.4.12, which is the little older version because there is some error into new version. And then I will be using these other libraries also. So these three are already installed in my system. I will be installing only one, but you might have to install all of these. So let's go back. Go to the virtual environment here in terminal. So I'm repeating again that if you are not aware of virtual environment, watch video number 95 on my YouTube channel. I have explained about virtual environment in detail. Okay. Click terminal, SQL Alchemy, hit install SQL Alchemy, and then hit enter. Package installed successfully. When you will come, it will index new packages here. Okay, so now first task is that we have to import all the required libraries and declare the required parameters to create the connection. So here is the code for that. So this should be installed. If it is not installed, just now I have explained this PYODBC, but it is not required to import. But it should be available in the project libraries because SQL Alchemy engine will use the same. Let's delete this, not required. And these are the parameters. So this is my server, SQL server. Let me show you that also. I will go to my SQL server. If you have been watching my old videos, then you will be aware of all these things. Here you can see the server name. You can take from here. Okay. Now let's connect. Go to databases. I am using this database and I am using this table. All right, I'll just go on the new query. I will delete the existing data from flight data. Okay. Now I will select that once again. Select only this line because we have to run only this query. Click on execute. You can see these are the columns. Let me show you the data in Excel now. So you see the database columns and the columns in the file are matching. This is the mandate for this. If you want to do bulk insert, your column names should match with your SQL data table. Right, let's go back to the code. So now we have these parameters and the ID password is subject to security. So you should not be writing directly in the script. And ID and password should be read with the secured way. Now let's read this data into a data frame. Here I am reading my Excel into the data frame. Alright, and if you want to read from CSV, then you can use a read CSV function like this. And if you are not aware of pandas, then there are many videos on my YouTube channel about pandas automation and pandas other operations. Now let's test this code. it is working successfully so far or not. So I would print 2 or 3 lines out of this data frame. Dot head 3. Let's run this now. So you can see the data is coming successfully into the data frame. Next step is to create engine, and this is not required anymore. If you want, you can keep it. Okay. So if you want to create the connection using MySQL, I will show you that connection string, and then I will give you one link where you can get more details about the SQL Alchemy engine. Okay, and this is our connection string. So create engine, MySQL plus ODBC. This I have to pass, and then I have to pass all the variables. Okay, same thing I am using here. So I have created all these variables, and then I am passing the name. And then in the end, we are giving the driver name as SQL Server. All right. If you want to use MySQL, then you have to use install this pip install MySQL, and then you have to create the engine using this. And this is the syntax once again. And if you want to get more detail, you can follow this below link. And I will be sharing both of these links into my description, into the description of this video. Let's get back. All right. Now engine is created. After creating the engine, we have to insert the data from data frame. So our data frame is this, and now here we have to change the name of the engine. Okay, so you can see here that there is nothing right now into this SQL table because we have deleted the data from this SQL table. Now we will run and then we will insert the data from this Excel to SQL table. So there are 190 records. Okay, let's go back and run this. So script is successful, there is no error. Let's go back to SQL and select this query, execute. You might have some different execute because I am using older version of SQL Server. UC data is available. All right. Our next step, which I wanted to explain, that how to execute normal queries like insert query, update query, and then any other query into SQL Server database. So I have already done a video and code is here for that. You can see on your screen right now. So you can pause the video and look into this code. Okay, but now this we are doing using cursor. Now we will do using SQL Alchemy engine. Okay, using SQL Alchemy. Okay, so the same way you can write any query and then you can execute that query. What I will do is that for some time I will just comment this line, and I will show you this once again. So where destination is Kathmandu. Okay, so we will see what is the present terminal name. So you can see the Kathmandu is here and the terminal is T3 right now. Okay, now when I will run this code, let's see what happens. It should change to PP. Let's go select once again so that it is refreshed. So you can see the column name is changed to, that column value is changed to PP. All right. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you very much for your time. Happy learnings.